First here at the moment on the WHAS 11 at 11 o'clock, we have more on that major fire right now that happened right in the heart of the Portland neighborhood in the business district there. Historic buildings badly damaged. Hello, everybody. I'm Doug Profit. Firefighters also battling this heat wave.
Just counting up the box alarm, we're over 60 firefighters fighting right now.
Here's the scene from 19 photojournalist Levi Hammer tonight. The Louisville Fire Department called it a two-alarm blaze on Portland Avenue at about 7 o'clock tonight to find a two-story building on fire. And it sits just doors down from one of Louisville's oldest family-owned businesses, the Shaheen's department store. On the hottest day of the year, Louisville Fire facing many obstacles with this blaze, including a partial collapse of the building. It took more than an hour to get the blaze under control. Agencies had to cut power to the street, so neighbors gathered in the street to watch.
It's not a happy occasion. It's sort of a mourning thing because we all love these old buildings and we love this community because of these old buildings, among many other reasons. But yeah, I'm just sort of like, my house is going to be hot because there's no power, so I thought I'll stay outside. There's a little bit of a breeze, hang out for a bit, see my friends.
We asked the Louisville Fire Department if Shaheen's was impacted tonight, but they said it's just too early to tell how far the damage may have spread. Shaheen's was established in 1922. Their website says they are now in their fourth generation of family ownership. Well, earlier today, there was another large fire down near Churchill Downs. This was the scene at a home on Haywood Avenue, a couple of blocks away from the historic track. Captain Donovan Sims with Louisville Fire Department says crews responded here about 3 p.m. Everyone who was inside when the fire started did make it out. No injuries were reported. At least 2 people were in the home at the time. The cause of the fire is still being investigated there on Haywood Avenue. Now, firefighters are on extra alert in Metro Louisville at the moment, and you know why, even with more precautions as they head to these fires, because the air temperature is going to be at dangerous levels once again tomorrow, and Chief Meteorologist Ben Pine is going to walk us through that. Ben?
Yeah, Doug, before today, the hottest temperature so far this year, 96, made it 3 degrees hotter than that, 99. That ties the record high temperature that was set back in 1948. So now the new date will be 2024. Tomorrow, the record high 100, our forecast 99. So very close to that as we do it all over again for our Wednesday. Still very warm out there with a feels like temperature of 88 degrees. Get outside the urban heat island that is Metro Louisville, and it is a bit cooler down to 72 in Brandenburg and Madison, Indiana at 72. High pressure is going to keep us dry for a while as the storm chances will stay to our north. We really need that rainfall, but our best rain chances are still days out. Clear and warm tonight, low 75 degrees, already very hot at noon, 94. And again, that forecast high up to 99 degrees. I'll show you how long this excessive heat wave will last with more record high potential, plus looking ahead to that much needed rain chance, all coming up on our Weather Impact Team Forecast.
Ben, thank you very much. And now all news since 6 o'clock. The great breakup of JCPS into a smaller pie. Well, it's one possibility that's on the table. The debate over splitting it up is still underway from a JCPS task force made up of lawmakers. Tonight, they were on the road in West Louisville. WHAS 11 Night Team's Taylor Woods and photojournalist Elijah McKenzie talked to the bipartisan members and people in the audience. What'd they tell you this time around, Taylor?
Well, Doug, tonight those in attendance had the opportunity to answer 2 questions during public comment: how they would like to see the district's academic offerings improved, and if those factors have affected their enrollment within Jefferson County Public Schools.
The idea of having a division within JCPS sparks fear as well as curiosity.
Among a crowd of many, Ava Williams expressed to the JCPS task force that a split of Jefferson County Public Schools would affect her and other students academically.
Like, wait, my last year of school in JCPS, I might have to go somewhere else.
Williams is a junior at Central High School. She already feels seen and heard at her school. In the past, Williams said she's heard JCPS Superintendent Dr. Marty Polio publicly share his concern about the district dividing. So she decided to attend the first JCPS Task Force community input meeting.
I mean, it makes sense. It does seem like that's kind of their agenda. So that did spark that idea in my mind.
Dozens of JCPS students, staff, parents, and community leaders shared their input to the task force. Many expressed concerns about dividing the district into smaller parts.
United we stand, divided we fall.
There's no reason to split anything.
It's about bringing together. Consolidating districts saves money.
Members on the task force paid close attention to the feedback, writing notes. We asked Republican Kentucky Senator Lindsey Tishner if the task force is thinking about dividing the district.
I couldn't say if it's on the table or not on the table, but we're looking at everything.
Longtime Kentucky Senator Gerald Neal, a Democrat, is a member on the task force. He says it raises questions about legitimacy.
They should be here asking for recommendations, not coming as a structure that says, here's what we're going to do based upon how we interpret what you say.
Neal feels the board can make the best decisions by listening to the community.
That doesn't mean good things can't result if we proceed with integrity.
Republican Kentucky Senator Michael Nemes said the JCPS task force is not all about splitting the district.
Our total intention is to do what's best for the students in Jefferson County.
Williams and others left with many unanswered questions, but hopes this feedback can help the board make the right decisions.
Now I can only hope that they listen to us and they take what we said into consideration.
And the JCPS task force is expected to make a final report in December, and the next community input meeting will be held September 10th at Mell High School. In studio, Taylor Woods, WHAS 11 team on your side.
Taylor, thank you very much. More local news on the night team. Former Shively mayor and the current Kentucky State Representative Beverly Chester Burton was arrested this morning and charged again with a DUI and reckless driving. Shively police say she was arrested just after 1 a.m. According to the arrest citation, LMPD officers witnessed Chester Burton driving into the wrong lane and then stop her car, disrupting traffic. She then backed up into the correct lane and parked her car in the road. The Democratic lawmaker has been serving as District 44's representative since the beginning of 2023. Before that, she served as the mayor of Shively, and this is the second time Chester Burton has been in this kind of trouble. It was back in 2020 that she pleaded guilty also to a DUI. We contacted the Kentucky House Democratic Caucus to see if they had any comment on this. They said that they're very concerned about the charges, but without knowing any more information, they're unable to comment further at this time.
1, 2, 3.
Dozens of people gathering tonight to honor the life of 16-year-old Breasia Walker, lost to gun violence in 2023. Walker was shot to death while driving with her boyfriend. Her body was left inside the car in the parking lot of the Brothers Food Market on Virginia Avenue. To this day, no one has been arrested, which is why her family still wants to bring attention to her case.
It's a punch in your gut because it doesn't give you closure. It's still open. It's an open case, and it's an open thing for our family. Until somebody is brought to justice, it's going to be like that. And then we don't know if this person's going to target our family, what's going to go on, target somebody else's family. We just don't know.
Bree's aunt, Teresa Miller, said she was a big light in the family, one that the younger kids looked up to. If you know anything about that deadly shooting of Bree Walker, you can call the anonymous tip line and help police detectives at 574-LMPD. And right here, new tonight on the night team, a bad batch of medicine in Henry County, Kentucky. Health officials are saying it has sent children to the hospital, and it's medicine they would be taking on a regular basis. One of these children is right now in downtown Louisville at Norton Children's Hospital. Her mom says she's unresponsive. WHAS 11 Night Team's Alex Dieterer and photojournalist Levi Hammer talked with her today on what went wrong.
A medicine meant to help her child.
It's killing everybody because we don't know what the outcome's going to be yet.
Doctors say send Tabitha Drew's child to the ICU at Louisville's Norton Children's Hospital.
I honestly thought my baby was dead.
On Sunday night, Drew's 5-year-old daughter Raven took her regular ADHD medication.
And within 10 minutes after giving her that, she dropped all her toys and was completely unresponsive.
Henry County EMS issued a public health alert Sunday after officials found something wrong with the shipment of Clonidine oral suspension, the same medicine Raven has taken for a month.
And the last thing I want is another kid ending up down here fighting for their life like my baby is.
The Henry County EMS deputy director says those prescriptions were filled at MedSafe in Eminence, the pharmacy Drew has visited for 10 years. The pharmacy called Drew Saturday to let her know about the bad batch.
He said, "We've got a notice that we have a bad batch of Chlorodyne. We want to make sure she did not get it." I did let him know at the time I did not have my daughter. The bottles were sitting in my refrigerator and have not been touched. He said, when do you get your daughter back? I said, Sunday night. And Sunday night, he asked me when I give her the medicine, if anything happens, to please contact him.
10 minutes after Raven took her medicine that night, she was unresponsive.
Eyes rolled to the back of her head. All the color came out of her lips. Her face went completely white, and she was just laying there.
Raven is one of 3 patients who were transported by Henry County EMS this weekend after taking the medication. The Kentucky Board of Pharmacy says, quote, the allegation is that an error was made at the pharmacy. When asked if the medication was still on the shelves now, MedSafe told WHAS11 absolutely not. They did not give further comment. For Drew and her family, 45 minutes away from their Henry County home,
I just wanted to sprint out of that bed and like, Mommy! But I don't know, and it's scaring me. It really is.
all they can do is wait and hope their daughter wakes up. An agonizing wait for these parents. In Louisville, Alex Dieterer, the WHAS11 night team, on your side.
And it is certainly hope that family needs tonight. Officials say symptoms to look out for are unconsciousness and unresponsiveness, crying fits that are unexplained, slow heart rate, and a low breathing rate as well. The Kentucky Board of Pharmacy told us that they are actively investigating this case. Also new tonight here on the night team, the gift of reading is coming to Kentucky youngsters thanks to a world-famous donor who came to Lexington late today and had the crowd in awe. One of the finest voices and the biggest names in country music told the audience that by getting books into the hands of the very youngest, their true imagination for life would be unlocked. Ladies and gentlemen, here on the WHAS11 night team, it's Dolly Parton.
I've laughed and I have cried, but I have always tried.
Few people are known around the world by their first name. In Lexington on stage, you're watching one of them.
Please join me in welcoming the one, the only, and the very amazing Dolly Parton.
Introduced by Kentucky First Lady Brittany Bashir, now 78 years old, Dolly Parton stands as one of country music's last remaining true legends.
It's good to be in Kentucky. I love Kentucky. It's just up the road from us. And of course, Lexington is a good town, ain't it?
Not far from her home in East Tennessee, Parton's energy lit up the historic venue.
And I believe it's time for Dolly Parton to become our newest Kentucky Colonel.
The governor announcing that Parton's Imagination Library project was now in all 120 Kentucky counties.
And where we give books to children from the time they're born, they get a book once a month until they start kindergarten.
The Imagination Library is also around the world, another example of her famed tenacity.
So I was inspired by my family and just anybody that's trying to do great things, trying to make the world a better place, that inspires me.
And revealed to the Bashirs that it's this project, which has put 240 million books into the hands of kids, that will be her lasting legacy.
I also say that the Imagination Library has meant as much, if not more to me than nearly anything that I've ever done.
And with that, Dolly left everyone on their feet.
I've laughed and I have cried, but I have always tried.
I just hope people will just say she was a good old girl. You know, she tried hard, she worked hard, and she tried to make the world a better place and try to make people happy. And I will be doing that till I keel over. And thank you again for the Imagination Library all over Kentucky.
And I guess we should be saying thank you, Dolly, for this program. This unique program is supported by a state and local funding match, which was approved by the Kentucky General Assembly and signed into law by Governor Bashir in 2021. To receive the monthly books from Dolly, just go to the Imagination Library website. There is no deadline to register for her program.